yes, it is the time of the day that you've all planned your day around. I am Gabriel Von Graves. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Darkwoods Paranormal. And joining me, as always, hopefully not mute, is my co-host, Raven Knight. Raven, say something to our guests that wonder why you can't talk.
I have found my voice, Gabriel. Listen,
Yes!
Ursula took it for a minute, but it is back. I
It
have
only
made
sounds a
the
little
agreement.
manly this time. That's awesome. I like that.
I'm trying.
Every haunted destination begins with a road, a story, and the people willing to ask difficult questions. Here at Darkwoods Paranormal, we believe the paranormal deserves more than sensational headlines. Every location has a history, every legend has a beginning, every witness has a story. Our mission is to travel to those places, uncover their history, speak with those connected to them, and investigate with curiosity, respect, and an open mind but critical mind. Whether we're exploring abandoned hospitals, forgotten churches, haunted forests, historic battlefields coming soon, or mysterious back roads, our goal is always the same: to seek the truth. Tonight, we're honored, absolutely honored, to welcome Chris Cherry, founder of Underworld Mysteries. I almost said misery. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that,
It's
Chris.
ministry.
Chris has spent nearly 25 years investigating the unexplained. For the last 6 years, he's documented investigations across YouTube while hosting a paranormal podcast focused on haunted locations, supernatural encounters, forgotten history, and evidence based investigations without tripping over his words like we do here. His philosophy is one we respect. He doesn't chase ghosts, he chases answers. Where the veil grows thin, he walks. Where the shadows gather, he listens. Tonight, we'll discuss investigations, history, faith, evidence, and what continues to drive him after decades of exploring the unknown. Chris, welcome to Darkwoods Paranormal. It is truly an honor to have you here with us. Tell us about yourself, my friend.
Man, they so I've kind of just always since I've been born been into the paranormal. It's the only thing I've ever
Yes.
talked about my whole life, which is crazy because we just did this retreat, the Year of Shrine, and we did past life regression,
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
and yeah, they so she put me under, and the only thing I could see was like the shadow of like this Victorian house, like the outline of it, and then she told me to walk in the door, and like I'm visioning all this. I didn't even know I could do any of this at all. I've just never tried. I didn't know what it was, what it I was very open to it, and it was she said it was around the Victorian area. I walked into the door and there was just a spiral staircase and all I could see was like the shadow of it. And she's like, maybe you were blind and that's why your senses were there. And
Oh,
like
cool.
the sense of like the Victorian era is really into like talking to the dead and the seance and all this. So maybe, and I've always been told that by like psychics, or I've had people read runes to me. I've had talking paranormal dice. I've had psychics. I've had mediums. They're like, you have one foot in the paranormal and you have one foot in this world, and you've always had it. So I don't. This past weekend was a very, very, very eye-opening experience. Which,
Love that.
yeah, I needed it so bad.
I love that.
Yeah,
So you were
yeah,
with our good friend. Well, I say our good friend, but we've had her on the show, Erin from Tennessee Shadow Chasers, right?
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Hey, Aaron.
yeah.
hi, Erin.
There.
Shout out to Erin. She's awesome. I think everyone should check her out too. But like, so
Absolutely. She is a
you,
very good friend of mine.
yeah, she's awesome, so
Yeah.
awesome. And she
And you
actually
only
said,
hang around cool people, so, you know.
Yes.
yeah, we do. But so you were doing this. I want to elaborate a little bit more on what that. I don't even know what you would call it. If it was a retreat, I suppose you'd say a retreat.
Yeah.
What all of that entailed, and I know it was at the Euro Shrine in
Right.
Tennessee. which
They did.
also has some history to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Rick is a dark practitioner.
Mm,
Um, studies the arts of dark magic. He does, he's a practicing dark artist, I
okay.
guess you'd say.
Can I ask you
And
what exactly does that mean?
he does rituals that most people don't like to do.
Mm,
So does
he,
he summon like demons?
yeah,
Oh, all right.
to be
Continue. That's all.
completely honest, yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
All
yep.
right.
Um, so the Yura Shrine, I'm sure Aaron talked about it a lot during while she was on.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so the Yura Shrine is pretty much open to all religion, all practices, white, dark, whatever you
Medium
want to
gray.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to do is open to the shrine. That's what it's made for.
mm,
Like there's a whole witches circle out in the bamboo next to the shrine.
Hmm.
They did like a tarot 101. Uh they did palmistry class. They did a tea leaf reading. Erin did tarot. She read tarot for 2 days straight for everybody that was at the shrine.
Wow.
So
oh,
give
that's
it up to,
exhausting.
yeah. She she gave me a reading so bad I had to like walk out of the shrine and like take a minute to myself
Hmm.
type of, yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know. They just did a bunch of stuff that we had a big ball at the end and we just hung out and party. They had a little burlesque show. It was just a very, and a lot of people, we walked in and a lot of people, I mean, Audra and Aaron and everybody know a lot more people than me, but I didn't know anybody but Aaron. I've met all these people for the first time in person. I've known Aaron and Audra because she's been on my show for like I think Aaron's been on there like 7 times now since last. Yeah,
How
but
often do they have these get-togethers? That sounds amazing, my friend.
that
It
was
does.
the very first
Burlesque.
one.
You
When are they
had him
having
at
the second?
burlesque.
Yeah, what
When's
was
the
that? I'm
second
sorry.
one they're having?
I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, when
okay.
you find
I
out, will
don't.
you please contact Raven? It sounds like something I would
I
love to
will.
go and see, man. I mean, it
I
sounds
That'd
cool
be
will
really
already.
cool.
for
I mean, you're
sure.
gonna be there. That's
Yes,
half
I
the
will.
fun.
It's in Bristol, Tennessee.
We
Ooh,
love Tennessee. It's like
I
a
love
second
Yeah.
home.
Tennessee.
Yes, I every time I go to Tennessee, I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Ever. I
There's a
want to.
feeling in Tennessee. There really is.
Yeah.
There
And
is.
and until you experience it, it's hard to grasp. But it's a very
Yeah,
welcoming, and you feel grounded, and you feel like you belong there. I love it.
yeah.
September 2027, Aaron
Sign
said.
us up, please, Aaron.
There you go.
We're on our way. Actually,
Yeah.
Other
I'll
facts.
start now. Um, I'll be there just
Uh,
waiting.
Do I? Can I see the chats too, or?
Oh, hopefully.
I don't
Can
actually
can you
know.
see the chat?
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Yeah.
there you
You
go.
found
Hey,
it? Okay.
before we go any farther, I want to do something a little bit unusual. Can you par up that video once again? What did you think of that video in the beginning, Chris? Did you like
It
that?
was great. Yeah.
Let's do it one more time. I have a
You,
question. Let's do it one more time.
you have a question?
Okay.
I have a question. One more time, please.
Oh, okay.
Let's see it. I wasn't sure. I got to make a comment. So our friend Dave was there with some of this filming. Now, Dave is a wonderful friend of mine. I love the man to death. Why is it when I'm laying on that slab about to go in the freezer that it's focused right right there. Why? Did you see? So I'm watching that. I'm like, who videoed that? I'm like, my friend Dave.
Yeah, Dave
Shout out,
videos it.
Dave. I appreciate it. If we could remove
What?
that one, that'd be great, though. I
So,
don't know.
oh my gosh, for the people who are listening later on,
Yeah.
just so you know, when Gabriel asked to replay the video, the face
Yeah.
that I made was like, "What?" I knew he was up to something. I knew it.
Chris,
Sorry.
did you see that? Let's see.
I
Now,
thought he just wanted to see me sitting in front of a tomb
I
again.
did.
That's,
That was
That's
actually
a
a very cool
sweet
picture, man. I
picture.
like that. I like that.
yeah,
I was like, there's my boy Chris.
yes, yes. That was
Thank you, Raven.
that was actually in Clearwater, Florida. There was a location called the Plum House that we were going to for a while. It's no longer available to investigate anymore, but yeah, that was a cemetery that was right around the corner from the Plum House, and my friend Dave uh, took that photo. Just me sitting there with the spirit box. So
It's
yeah,
a
that's
cool
one of
photo,
my
man. It really is.
yeah,
It seemed
it's
like
one
a
of my
very cool
favorite
place.
pictures.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it. That
I
shit
was
yeah,
gonna say those
fire.
Daves, I tell you.
yeah, yeah. That's my
So,
buddy, man.
so you're a podcaster.
I
How
am.
many podcast episodes would you say you've been doing it for almost ever? How many
Oh
are you
man.
up to 1,000, 6 million? What are you up to these days?
Six
Oh
million.
no, not 6 million. I could pull it up real quick, actually.
We don't even know how many we've done. I mean, it's
You lose
I
track after a while.
hey,
you lose
I
track. I
mean,
was
after I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. A lot. I've been doing it for almost 4 years now,
It's
so
incredible, man.
that is good.
yeah. And it's crazy because it the podcast literally started with me on my back porch just doing lives,
Yeah.
talking about paranormal, and I just started messaging other paranormal teams. I'm like, hey, you guys just want to talk about ghosts? And everybody's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
for
love it, man.
sure. And then
Love that.
I was like, you know what? I wanted to do a whole episode of just locations, like just hospitals or just jails or
Hmm.
just, and it kind of just happened to be now I'm talking to some of the biggest places in the United States,
Hmm.
and I don't, it shocks me every time I get one of these big guests. I'm like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Yeah. Like we just did freaking Hillview Manor. We just did Washoe Club. I've done the Conjuring House, Trans Allegheny,
Cool.
Eloise,
That's cool.
the McIntyre. Which
Yeah.
is funny with the McIntyre and Eloise. I did it for the Year of Shrine too. I
Hmm.
like doing virtual investigations on my podcast.
Oh,
So
very
where
cool.
I'm here at my house and they're at the location with paranormal equipment and doing the investigation, and they're still answering me over virtually,
Hmm.
which
That's
I
really
mean,
cool.
yeah, it's something that I like to do. I don't know, makes
That's
my
actually a
podcast interesting.
unique spin on it. You know, like
Yeah,
you're doing something. I've never heard of anybody doing something like that. So I love that. That is
yeah.
a very unique
I
spin.
mean, living in Florida, you got to drive like 8 hours just to get out of Florida.
Right. Right.
But I don't. It's an opportunity for me to see the locations. I like doing the first podcast and like talking about the history and talking about the haunting and how you got into buying this property. What have you done to this? I
Hmm.
like promoting the locations, big or small. I don't care who you are.
Absolutely,
I'll,
man.
you know, um, we have a team that we just started here in Florida. It's three sisters called Trinity of Shadows,
Yep.
and they're just started in like February. And I was like, I will take you under my wing. Come on, let's go. Like I've got her in. There's a convention at my buddy's county jail here in October. I'm doing a paranormal convention in February. Like, and I'm like, come on, let's go.
Let's do it.
You're full in. Yeah, I'm full on getting them into the
I love
circle.
that.
Yeah,
Well, one of my favorite guests to interview is always podcasters because podcasters they have a unique style about them. They're very well diverse because part of our job is listening to people. And I love that. So,
yeah.
Chris, I'd like to start at the beginning for you. Tell us
Yeah.
about your journey. What first pulled you into the paranormal, and when did you realize that would become something much bigger than just a hobby?
So everybody laughs about me, but I'm a 90s kid and I grew up on Are You Afraid of the Dark,
Oh,
Goosebumps,
Yes.
yeah,
Scooby
yeah,
Doo.
yeah.
You
Scooby
know,
Doo.
like my favorite. So I watched all these, all real monsters, and I mean, I grew up watching horror movies with my grandpa. My very first movie that I remember was Frankenstein.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I have Frankenstein tattooed across my stomach. Like, so I've always been into like the horror and like like the dark side of life, I guess. I don't
Mm.
know. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're a Satan worshiper." I'm like, "No, I'm just a horror junkie. There's a difference." You know, but honestly, it got my mind thinking when I watched the movie Casper, because I am kid, and the idea of the dad driving around to find his wife. He's a paranormal investigator searching
Mhm.
for his wife and running into ghosts, and ghosts being real and talking back to the father. And I'm like, is that real?
Mm.
Like, is that like you can do that? And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. And then I started watching. This is gonna show my age. Paranormal State. Like
Oh,
it's
sure. Yep.
pretty
I was.
much when they first started. Like
Yep.
that was the paranormal show before Ghost Hunters,
Hmm.
before all that. So, and I've always known about like Hans Holzer and Ed and Lorraine Warren and
Yep.
all that because I was just a creepy ghost kid in school. That's the stuff I liked. I don't. I would be at the horror section in the library. That's where you
Right.
find Chris. you know, but I don't know. Like I said, I've always just been into the paranormal. I don't know why. It's just always been in my head. And then like we used to go to like cemeteries and all that stuff. Like I said, there's not much here in St. Pete where I'm from.
Mm.
So I would just go to cemeteries and just hang out and see what happens and why is there a freaking dark shadow walking from tombstone to tombstone? What the hell is that? I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, sorry. But
You
A
could
little
tell.
late now, Chris. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, I'm just
I
kidding.
have a mouth I have a
You're
mouth of
good.
the sailor. I don't know when it
You're
comes
good,
out, it
man.
just comes
You're good.
out.
You're good.
But yeah, so when like the cell phones started coming out,
Hmm.
I tell people all the time that is your I don't even this your best paranormal of anything. You
Right.
have photos, you have
Yeah.
video, you have a voice recorder, you have a light, you have everything you need on
Yes.
this. And it's
Right.
always in your pocket. Always.
Hmm.
How crazy is that, right?
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
So, I mean,
honestly.
I learned how to investigate without real equipment, honestly. I use, the little touch things that you teach dogs to do when they say they
Oh,
like want
yeah.
water or want out or
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they want food. I downloaded the Tiny Tim Tiptoe to the Tulips on it, and I got another one that says I'm here, and I just go along the area where I'm investigating, just put them around somewhere,
Mm.
and hopefully they tap it, and you'll hear Tiny Tim in the hallway, which I love that song
Tiny
by
Tim. I like
the
that.
way.
So funny. That is so funny.
But I mean, like cat balls. I mean, you don't need stupid expensive equipment to investigate.
Don't.
Well, we
Like,
we've actually said before, Chris, that honestly, sometimes it's just you, like your body. Like we can walk into a space, and just have that feeling. You
oh
just
yeah,
feel either the heaviness of it, or Gabriel will get a certain way that he feels when he's in a space.
yeah,
I get certain things, and it's definitely like the more and more that you do it, and the more that you're doing
yeah,
or going into spaces, you're like, okay, I'm actually starting to go, okay, when I go into this space, this is how I feel. But if I go into another space that's not supposedly haunted, like, or that
yeah,
is supposedly haunted,
yeah,
and I don't feel it, like I feel like your body really is a good measurement of whether
It's
there's
a good
something
tool.
there or
It
not.
certainly is.
Oh, for
It
sure,
is.
for
And
sure.
unfortunately, we don't actually use that so much. Like, people are spending hundreds of dollars on pieces of equipment where it's
Yeah.
like, honestly, your body will give you that fight or flight
Yeah.
where
Oh
that
yeah. Oh
somebody's
yeah.
watching me or I need to get out of this space. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So,
I call people that run out of buildings Scooby Dooing.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
what
that.
they it's Shaggy and Scooby. They just go running out the building, and
They
I'm
do.
like,
Woo! I want to run out of a building and eat a sandwich.
now you're talking my language.
One of those great big ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Chris,
Absolutely.
through all your investigations, you have many. What is one
Hmm.
that disappointed you the most? One that you had the
Ooh.
hype, right?
Cool.
You had the hype for it. You're like, yeah, this is gonna happen, and the location felt like it should be, and
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Uh, the Arcadia Opera House.
Okay.
And I don't like talking bad about the people.
No, of course not. They come and go. You sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not.
Well, these are the living people that I had to deal
Mhm.
with.
Ah, it's always they always mess it up.
Yes, the living.
So that is all that I want to say about that. But it's the Arcadia Opera House.
So
Okay.
on the flip side,
I just believe in karma, and I don't like talking bad about people. But it
no,
was a very
absolutely.
disappointing investigation.
Well,
Mm.
on the flip side, Chris, what is the location that you expected nothing? You got the best material, and you were surprised, and you walked away going, "That was worth my time."
My favorite place in the whole world. It's the Gilchrist County Jail.
Okay.
Ooh.
And so my friend Henry owns it. That's actually where I'll be this October, October 24th. We're doing a Fall Fest.
Oh, cool.
There's a bunch of investigators that are coming, a bunch of vendors. We're going to have a car show, there's music. You'll get to take tours of the old jail. But there is, every time I go in that jail, it's not if it's haunted, it's when the haunting is going to start.
Okay.
I actually
That
like
is-
that you said it like that. I like that you said it like that. That's a really
Yeah.
interesting way to put it.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not if it's haunted, it's when shit start to come, because it's gonna come, and it's gonna come full force. And I've seen stuff that I have never seen in that jail. I've been punched in that jail.
Ooh.
I've seen cat balls go off from cell 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then it all stop, and then it goes from 8 back to 4.
That's
With
interesting.
nobody in the cells, all cells doors shut, and we're standing in the hallway, and these cat balls are just going off like crazy. I don't know. I know I sent you a couple videos of the jail, but
Jen.
there is just some stuff that I'm like, I don't know. I don't. I've got a video that I think I sent you, that my friend Patrick was down. There's a I can't remember, Casper camera in every one of the cells in the hallways and everything. And I was doing a solo investigation in the jail, and everybody was back in the common room. And I was doing an investigation up there for about a good hour. And then I came back downstairs, and I was down in the museum area. And Patrick comes into the museum area, and he's like, "How the hell are you down here when I'm watching you upstairs?" They're like, how long have you been down here? And I was like, about 5-10 minutes. He's like, "There's no way.
A
There is
mimic.
no way. I'm literally watching you walk into cell 4 and walking up and down the hallway."
Mhm.
And I was like, "No, man, I've been here. I've been down here the whole time." He's like, "There's no way." I was like, "Unless there's a mimic here." And on the
Mhm.
portal, literally, like, soon as I said mimic on the portal right in front of me, it says, "Yes, we are."
Yep.
That's crazy.
I was like,
Yep.
"That is, yes." And then, so the last Fall Fest we went to, my good friends Ryan and his girlfriend and his dog Katani. I think I said it right, Ryan. Sorry if I didn't. But it's a giant husky, and he is a paranormal dog.
Okay.
Ryan, he goes everywhere with Ryan, no matter what.
Oh.
And he was laying in one of the cells, and we were petting him and I had a SB11. My favorite piece of equipment is my SB11. I'm so connected to that piece of equipment. I listen to it constantly. Like, I love doing the Estes method.
Mm,
Like that's my jam. The spirit boxes.
interesting.
Um, but we were going through, and I'm like, "Do you feel the dog? Do you feel like you could pet the dog? Pet the dog." And then I took the SB11 from my chest, and it says, "I feel it." Like clear as day, and it's at 250 beats per minute, and it was in reverse, but
Huh.
it came out clear as day. I feel it. I was like, huh,
Wow.
this. I could do a whole episode about just talking to this jail. It's it's my most favorite place. It's where I've been the most. It's great.
Where is this place located? Where is
It's in
the?
Trenton, Florida, up
Okay.
by Gainesville.
Okay.
Gainesville.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
So,
I
kind of like it's like in the bend of Florida, right before the Panhandle.
okay.
so on that, Chris, what is a location you've been at and you just knew there was something there that didn't want you there, the most evilest place you've been,
Oh,
and you walked
Ooh.
away and you're like, I don't like that experience. You
and
actually
when I
literally
you get
had to
that
cleanse
icky.
yourself. Yeah.
We had that at
I
the Sally House. We had to do
Yeah.
this when
Yeah.
we left.
I have not ever had that happen yet.
Oh,
Really?
fantastic, man.
I am not scared of places, which I
Hmm.
should be sometimes, but I don't have that. I guess I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's a good answer.
Is that weird or?
It's all
I
weird,
don't
my
know.
friend.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Well,
if
I
it's
know we're
weird, but
all weird. We all
It's all
talk to
good.
dead people.
Right.
We talk to each other in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we
But
do.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
sometimes
do.
we try to do that.
yeah, yeah, you know.
I don't know if
But
that's I don't know if that's weird. I mean, you are I'm going to point out that you have talked about that you have been a searcher of these kinds of things. Like I relate with you a lot in that way because I share my story a lot in these, but like how I am just the person that's always looked for it, where Gabriel
Hmm.
was the person that it just happened to. But
Hmm.
I've
yeah,
always been like you, Chris. Like we would go to like try to find this old haunted cemetery. We'd
yeah,
find a
yeah,
haunted schoolhouse. I was like 16.
yeah,
Let's do that. That sounds
for
great.
sure.
You know, so that being said, that's why it's like, you don't get scared in the places necessarily because this is what you're looking for.
Right.
I will say though, the Sally House after we did do the Sally House investigation, that first one that we did there did give us the ick. I for certain had to do this, like just brush it off and like get rid of
They
it.
actually the going to Tennessee this weekend was actually the first time that I've ever traveled out of Florida to go investigate somewhere.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
really? Well,
So
welcome.
I'm
You're
on
welcome.
that part of that circuit now. I guess I don't.
With all your experience, Chris, and I think it's cool that you actually were able to go out of your own comfort zone, out of your old state to
Mhm.
Yeah,
investigate. We're always out of our state. We should probably do more in Wisconsin. So,
yeah.
No.
with all your experience, sir, um, hopefully you could answer this question: what is a spirit?
Ooh, good
It's
question, Gabriel.
energy,
Energy from where?
the soul. Everybody has energy. Everybody has electric compounds in their body, and when you die, I don't know where it goes. Supposedly, from what they say, there's a heaven and there's a hell, but what's in the center? Why are we seeing spirits? Why are we seeing all of this? So there's got to be something in between. I don't know if like not to quote neither the afterlife, the further, I guess. I don't like just the paranormal realm. I don't know.
So, what makes somebody stay behind? Let's go with the theory,
Yeah.
I'm a believer in heaven and hell.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
meet
for
evil
sure.
people,
So
we meet
much.
good people, right?
Yeah.
So, why makes some people decide that they want to hang around?
Unfinished business,
You
or
think
they
that's
got
what
an
it is?
accident. They don't know they're dead.
Huh? Very possible. Or
You could
even
be driving. You could be driving down the road and somebody T-bones you and
Mm,
runs right into you. You die
you're unaware,
instantly. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
dead on arrival. That spirit. You're. I don't. I've never been dead before. I've been close, but I've never been dead before. But I mean, there's got to be something. Be like, oh well, is he still driving down the road?
Hmm.
Is he still doing this over loop
Mm,
throughout the highway? I feel like the highways are probably the most haunted places in the world. You know,
I think there is some gravity to that. Absolutely. I mean,
you know
all
how
the
many
lights.
people
Yeah.
die on the
Yeah. A
interstates,
oh yeah,
lot.
yeah.
accidents, and you know, out in the middle of nowhere. There's got to be something. I don't. That's I don't know. Or you got somebody broke in your house and shot you, or you
Hmm.
know, like the Felissa Axe murder house. They
Mm,
all died in their sleep.
Right.
Do they
yeah.
even know that they're dead?
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
I
We
like it.
were we were just talking about that, me and Aaron, the movie The Other
Yep.
Oh,
with
the
Nicole
others.
Kidman. The
Hmm.
Yeah,
Others.
yeah.
Is it like
It
that?
was.
Like
I think like a
there's
residual haunting
people
would be,
Hmm.
you know?
yeah, she thinks that people are in their house and she has the ghost in her house when really
Spoiler
they're
alert.
the ghost.
Right. No.
Yeah,
No. That's a pretty good theory, Chris. We've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
And I do think that I mean, the great thing about paranormal, at least when it comes to Darkwood's paranormal's way of thinking, is there's no right answers or no wrongs because it's
no,
unproven, man.
yeah,
And I think what keeps Raven and I going, and I want to speak for you, Chris, but it's the mystery of life to not to actually answer it, but to experience it. Because
yeah,
once we answer it, then it's done you
Hmm.
yeah,
know but experiencing it, and you kind of alluded earlier in our conversation that you have friends that are experience more the dark side. So
Yeah.
do you think you could answer what is a demon? What is that?
Oh,
Ooh. Well, I mean,
oh,
in the Bible, they're fallen angels.
Yeah.
They were cast down with the devil. They were there to do the devil's work. So I believe they're there to do evil. That's the only thing they're here for.
Do you think
But
they're
I
there to
can't.
collect souls?
I feel like the Grim Reaper is neither a demon or an angel. I believe he's just death. I feel like he's just there to be a guide.
Hmm.
But I believe that most places, it's they don't have demons. They have really angry spirits.
mm,
Hmm.
I
yeah.
believe if you're a jerk in real life, you could be a jerk in death.
I
And
agree with
I
this.
mean, you can just catch a dude on a bad moment at a bad time, and he's already pissed off. There's a bunch
Right.
of people out here, you know, in his
Right.
freaking in his little morgue or wherever. Why the hell are you in my space? Or like you're investigating like an old brothel or something,
Hmm.
or like places that are, old fellows club.
Hmm.
You're not supposed to be in there. Why are you in here? Of course they're gonna be pissed off.
So not that long ago, and maybe being as skilled as you are, I was driving by location. Do you mind if I tell the story, Raven?
Do it. I
So
know
I
it.
was
I know
driving.
exactly what you're gonna say.
So I was
I love
driving
it.
by location, and it was a historical site, and they moved like an old log cabin, and you can walk and experience that. And then there was this house on the same location, so I walked up to it. Of course, I didn't check the doors because I mean, we live in a real world where everything's locked up to the T,
Yeah.
right? You have to.
Oh,
People break into it. So I'm walking around the house, and I look through the front window, and there's glare, but I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see a banister, and I see somebody walking it up. Of course, being an investigator, it was translucent. You can see it, but it
Yeah.
was more. You could see through it more than you could, right? So it was there.
Right.
You could see the separation between, as I was walking it, and so the first thing I thought is I called my partner in crime. I'm like, Raven, gotta check this out. So I tell her where,
mhm.
and I'll let you continue the story there,
Oh,
Raven.
okay.
Yeah.
So
And then
he
Chris, you
literally
answer what it is that I saw. Go ahead.
okay. So he calls me and he's like, "You need to check this place out after work." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. It's not super far. Like I can do this. I love a good adventure. Why
Right.
not?" I decide to drive out there. I go to this place and I'm like, okay, it definitely has a vibe. And like we were talking earlier, Chris, like like there's places that have a vibe. When you
Oh
drive
yeah,
up to this place, it has that vibe to it.
Mhm.
yeah,
That doesn't necessarily mean it's paranormal, but it does have that feeling. And I go up to, I go onto the front porch and um, I'm on the phone with Gabriel because I'm by myself. A solo, I'm a woman. I'm out in the middle of nowhere
She's
because this
like 3'2", Chris.
I
Just
am
throwing that in, well, something like that.
at least 4 or 5. No, I'm
What?
5'2".
Whatever.
Thank you, but thanks for that. But
most
I'm on.
people are short to me anyways, so you know,
It's
Yes, I
true.
know.
It's true.
yeah.
So I'm gonna check the door, and the door's unlocked. So I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
I'm going in, right?
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
in this place. So I walk in and I'm on the phone, like I said, with Gabriel, and he's like, okay, okay, like, how are you doing? Excited, of course. But he's okay. Now go up the stairs, and I'm like, Gabriel, there aren't any stairs. And he's like,
oh wow.
what are you talking about? There's stairs. I saw somebody go up the stairs, and I'm like, Gabriel, there are no stairs. Like I'm looking around, I'm like, there's nothing. There's no stairs. However, there were some closets, so I do open the door of one of the closets. I had actually opened the door to the one of the closets earlier, but I didn't see anything. But I'm like, let me go back and like reopen the closet door. I don't know. And
Right.
I looked and I'm like, wait a minute. And as I'm turning my head, you can see what is the bottom of a staircase. So there are stairs. It's just now blocked
Wow.
off. And at the front where you would enter the front entrance, there is now a big piece of wood or something that would be
Right.
covering, or a
Right.
wall. They'd put a wall, wood, whatever, to cover this staircase that is there. It's now just blocked off, so you cannot go up the stairs. He had legit seen stairs when he went there. And then I
Wow.
collaborated by saying, holy crap, there are stairs.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say this place, like I was saying earlier, when you go into a place and you feel things, like it was super, super heavy in that location.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super heavy. It did, and I love that you brought up the movie The Others because that is legit what I thought of when I was in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was by myself in there, and all I could think of was that movie
Yeah.
that they were probably like, why in the hell is somebody in our space? Like they didn't realize that they were dead or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's exactly the feeling I had, and I didn't even mention that to Gabriel, and then you just brought that up, so I'm like, that is exactly how I felt. Like
Yeah.
they did not like me in their space. Not like they were malevolent, but they literally were like, "Why are you in my space?" Like that's the feeling I got from that place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They.
whew,
So I used to live in. I moved to Pennsylvania, and I lived in Pennsylvania for about 6 years, and that is pretty much where. Like I was always into paranormal and everything, and doing all this. But when I moved to Pennsylvania, excuse me, sorry.
Bless you, brother.
I moved to Pennsylvania, and the first house that I moved into, the first thing that they told us, they're like, there is something in this room. We don't know what it is. It doesn't like people living here. And I was like, well, I'll take that. I'm down. Let's go. I'll go to the creepiest place in the whole house. Let's go. And yeah, the guy that I lived with moved out a couple weeks after we moved there. So I was down into like a one bedroom. And it literally sounded like something was walking up and down the stairs. More residual,
yeah.
nothing really intelligent. I couldn't really get anything, but you would hear the dishes clanking and all this stuff, and you could hear two people like pss, 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 pss,
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
like you just like it's you can't hear what they're saying, but you can hear them talking type of
Mhm.
thing.
Yep.
And the second house I moved in was just back batshit crazy. It was just so haunted. Like stuff flew off the house, the walls. I had a candle fly across my room.
Mm.
Like saw a little girl at the top of my stairs, threw her and watched her walk away. Like
Wow.
this house was so haunted. And this is before I had any haunted dolls. I didn't really even have equipment. I had like a spirit box and a voice recorder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't really have that much stuff. And then we went to, I used to work at a haunted house called Field of Screams,
Ah,
and Penhurst did a haunted house also. So Penhurst actors could go to our haunt and get VIP, and then we would go to Penhurst and go through their haunt VIP. Um, it's funny that you say the feeling because I am a very, very much a sensitive.
yeah.
I can read rooms, I can read people. They don't even have to say anything to me, and I already know if I like you or don't like you just by
Right.
the way you feel. I
How
can
we
feel
doing, by the way,
rooms.
Chris? You like us or not like us?
I
Oh,
knew he
I
was
like
going to
you
ask
guys.
Oh, good.
I like you guys.
that.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
It was the Mars Attacks poster that did it.
It was.
He was
It
already
was.
in. He was
Yeah.
already in.
Yeah. I was watching. I was watching when Aaron was on the show, and I was like, "Oh, that freaking Mars Attacks, awesome." Yes, but
We'll send you one. I think I
I
have
won't
one.
change my
We'll
background
send
then.
you one.
I'm going to
oh,
keep this. No.
dude,
Yeah.
I will 100% take one. That is
All right.
awesome. They but driving to Penhurst and just knowing the story and knowing the feeling, all the freaking torture, all the bad shit that happened at Penhurst.
Mhm.
I got out of the car and stepped onto that property, and my breath, it literally felt like everything just came out of me. Like I had to like catch my breath.
Mm.
It was just the most overwhelming feeling I have ever felt in my life. Like it's just pure sadness. Like
Yeah.
I don't. It was just the most horrible walk to this haunted house. Usually, I'm so happy to go in a haunted house and like you can just feel it. I don't know if you guys has been to Penhurst or not.
No, not
Not
yet.
yet,
Not
but we
yet.
want to go. It's on our
It
list.
literally feels like something's everything is staring at you in the windows,
Mhm.
Oh.
no
Yeah.
matter where you are. And so they have the haunted house, and then you can go. I think it's the Mayflower building. It's literally like it is when they left, and you can walk around, and they have a little walking path, and they had two nurses that actually worked there that was talking that night to like people and like telling stories about when they were working at Penhurst.
Cool.
And I was like, you guys worked here, you guys are here every day. I was talking more to them and the people that worked there.
Mhm.
And I was like, do you guys have any pictures? Do you have any videos? I want to see stuff. Like, I'm a paranormal investigator. Yes, I want to walk this building, but I'm more worried about what you guys have caught here,
Mhm.
being here. And there was one guy, he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. And he pulled his phone out, and the old wicker wheelchairs that they used to have back in the day, there was
Yeah.
a full humanoid white figure sitting in the chair
It's
that he
crazy.
saw through his own eyes and took a
Mhm.
picture of it. And then I went upstairs talking to another guy that was standing there, and I was like, hey, I asked him too. I was like, do you guys have any pictures or anything or any stories about working here? And he's like, for sure. And we were sitting there talking, and in like the corner of my eye, there was like sorry, there was like a laundry chute or air vent or something like sticking out of the wall, and all the windows have cages on them. There was no doors, there was no nothing, just this hallway that was already like fenced, like caged off, and you couldn't go back there. And the corner of my eye, it looked like something like peeked out and was staring
Uh,
at us and walked back again.
Wow.
And I was like, did you just see that? I was like, there, go back there. Like, I thought somebody like went under the barricade and was like, haha, I'm back here and trying to scare somebody, you know? But yeah, he walked back there and there was nobody there at all.
mm.
And I was like, this is, I've been there 3 times now. I have not investigated it, but if you ever get to go, I highly recommend even the day tour.
Oh, sure.
Like, I've learned in this podcast that people get a lot like people that actually loan the locations that are there during the day, you get a lot more activity during the day
Oh
than
yeah,
you do at night.
Oh, I think you get activity all the time.
all the
In
time.
fact, as an investigator, the most activity you catch is when you're unexpected. You don't have the
Oh,
cameras.
Oh, for sure.
You're doing
Yeah,
a walkthrough. Always,
yeah,
always.
it's
Like
always when
me in
the
that
camera's
stupid
pointed
house.
the other way.
yeah,
It's the
Yeah,
yeah,
camera's pointed the other way, or
right,
it's not even on.
right.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like me in that house. I walked that house. I was just walking around, going, "Oh, this is interesting," and I'm looking through the window. All of a sudden, someone walks up the banister. I'm like, I have a camera right
Yeah.
in my pocket,
I was
but
like,
it
did
just
you not get this on camera,
I
Gabriel?
said I wasn't even thinking of it. I wanted to say, huh. So I'm looking in this place. I see something go up the stairs, and I'm like, well, I know what that is, because you can feel it when you walk on the property.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And the last thing I thought about is grabbing a because I'm just like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? It happens so quick all the time. But we've all
Right.
been there, I think, as investigators.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Um, we just did last, what was it, last Tuesday or Wednesday? The last Wednesday. Me and Aaron went to the Nickerson Sneed House in Virginia,
Okay.
and the just I haven't looked at any of the footage, but the I just brought a regular camera, my regular Nikon camera. It's not IR, it's not infrared, it's not anything. It's just a regular camera,
Hmm.
and I like taking it in black and white, and I like taking rapid photos. Like I like taking like 40 photos in like 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And it literally went from like an orb, a white something. I
Mm.
want to see it on the. I haven't looked at it the computer yet to like enlarge it, but it from frame to frame, probably about 12 frames. It literally looks like something came out of the ground and was coming and going up into the air, and then it just disappeared by the 12th frame.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
cool,
like,
man.
"This is," and then Cap or we stayed in the amethyst room, and we were literally doing real time EVPs with a voice recorder. We had the Epic box right next to us. While we were asking questions to the voice recorder, the Epic box was answering our questions while we were doing it. And then we did a live playback. And while we did the live playback where it just said yes, it said yes again on the EVP while it
Oh.
was playing. Like we were having full conversations with the lady of the house, Miss Steen. Would It sounded a full on soldier, a Revolutionary War. We got a Civil War soldier. I mean, it was
Nice.
so. Aaron bought a Ouija board and at the location in the gift shop, and the owner's like, "I want you to use this in the house." So we did a couple sessions with the Ouija board, and soon as we took our fingers off the Ouija board, it literally sounded like people were talking upstairs. I from like boot to toe walking like
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
above us. I'm
Hmm.
like, this is the coolest thing ever. While we were doing the Ouija board, both me and Aaron were being touched. Like she said, the back of her leg were being touched. I literally had something like go like bare like
Uh,
enough to where my full arm was nothing but goosebumps and hair standing up on my arms. I was like, this is awesome.
So
I
you
want, I
mentioned
want
Ouija boards a couple times. What to you? What is a Ouija board? What is it doing? Is it inherited evilly? I mean, is it evil way of
I
communicating,
mean,
or is it just a way of communicating?
it's way of communicating. That's what it was used for. Actually, when they first made the board, they asked the board what Ouija meant, and Ouija means good luck.
it
That's the
does say
answer
good luck
they
on the
gave.
board. You know,
Yep,
on the Ouija
yep,
board, it does say good luck.
yeah, yep. The creator of the Ouija board, his headstone's a giant Ouija board. But I'm full of useless paranormal
Hey, we
information.
Love that.
love useless paranormal information here. Listen.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're opening the same portal that you opened with the Ouija board, you're opening with any piece of paranormal equipment you use. Because
Mm,
either way, you're opening up something
A way of
to
communicating, yeah.
communicate with
Yeah.
something, and
You've opened
anything
that
can
door.
come through.
Yeah.
You know, I
Have you
don't
been?
know what the difference between a spirit box and a Ouija board is. You're still opening the same portal. Other than the Ouija board, you could close the portal.
Yeah.
Technically,
True.
with a spirit box, you could say goodbye, but
Mm-hmm.
most people just shut it off and keep walking. So
Well,
technically, is there still portals and everything open on my spirit box because I didn't close it properly, just like you're supposed to close a Ouija board?
it's a good question, Chris.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
So,
saying.
BB, I have to ask, before we started, you said you had haunted dolls in your studio. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about those?
I do. I have. So, Elle, she is from the May Stringer house, which is one of the most haunted houses here in Florida. The doll was sent to the house from somebody in Ohio. I haven't heard the story in a bit.
Mm.
But somebody sent the doll to the Stringer house, and one of the docents brought it home, and it was giving her nightmares and didn't want her to. Sorry, if you hear rustling around, it's my cat.
Hi, Kitty.
They
Salem, I believe, correct?
Salem,
Salem.
yes.
Hi,
Yeah.
Salem.
Hi, Salem.
Um, but I lost track. I'm sorry. What was I
Your
saying?
haunted doll from
Haunted
Ohio.
doll. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
So she took it home, and she was like, I don't want it. It was giving her nightmares. It was just her. I I don't know. She's like, I don't want it. You could have it. Take it. And I've had it for about 2 years now, and it's just I don't have anything from it at all. And then Shannon, she is uh, from my best friend Lizzie's mom got it from somewhere, and it's supposed to be a really expensive doll. But my best friend Lizzie, is completely petrified of it and didn't want it, so I gave it to me. I was like, okay, I will take it.
You're like, I will give it a home.
Yeah,
Your
and
best friend gave you a haunted doll because she was like, I'm creeped out.
yeah, I was like, I'm your best friend, right? You're still
Yeah.
gonna come to my house. You're still gonna have to see this every time you come here. She's like, but it's not in me. It's not in my house. I was like, fair enough.
So is that doll haunted?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did when we first got her, we were doing an EVP session, and yeah, I was holding her like a baby, and I said, "Do you want me to put you down?" I forgot to send you this video. It's so old. Um, I was holding the baby, and I said, "Do you want me to put you down?" And through the spirit box, it says, "Sit down." I was like, "Okay, I'll sit you down."
Interesting.
um, we have literally had cat balls on both of the dolls. We've literally watched the cat ball move like 2 or 3 inches and then went off.
Hmm.
Uh, L likes setting off. Those 1990s Buzz Lightyear toys. You
Yes.
have to
Absolutely.
hit the buttons and hit the buttons
To
for it to go.
infinity and beyond.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is in a box in my closet, and it still goes off.
Love
That is L's
it.
favorite toy.
That's funny.
I will set the doll. I will set the Buzz Lightyear next to L, and the Buzz Lightyear starts going off when I don't know. I don't know why, but she likes it. So I'm like,
So what
okay.
why do you think that objects like such as dolls become or haunted? Like why do you think that spirits attach to dolls or other inanimate objects?
Good question.
Well, I mean, dolls were made to become vessels for spirits. That's what they used to make dolls for back in when they first started making them, to conjure the dead into the doll. Again,
Fascinating.
another paranormal useless fact.
I love
No,
that.
that's not useless at all. Actually, that's a very important question because
Yeah,
we've had people on the show and we've heard a lot of people that claim that they have haunted dolls or haunted objects, whatever. And one of the things we always wonder is why, if you're a spirit, would you want to live inside of a doll, live inside of an object? Why wouldn't you, I guess just wander? If I was a spirit, I would assume I would just want to wander. I mean, given I could. right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
so I'm just curious why, why you would think that dolls or anything else
I
have.
don't know. The
Yeah.
energy, the feeling, you know, when you're talking about Annabelle, the
Mm,
nurse gave the permission for the spirit to enter the doll. You know, when it comes to Robert the doll, he pretty much gave permission for whatever to enter the doll.
mhm.
It's spirits acting like we were just talking about this at the podcast last night at Poatstown. Is it spirits acting like kids to get your attention
I
because
Mm.
was
you're more
just gonna go there,
prone to
Chris.
talk to kids?
Gabriel loves that theory.
I was
Yes.
I was just gonna go there. So
Yeah,
my theory, Chris, for what it's worth, is that I think we talked about good and evil, and I think evil, the easiest prey for evil is innocence. So if you dress yourself up as a plaything, something as innocent and as gorgeous as a doll, it's easier to get the trust. So you're sitting there playing with your victim or whatever, and you can start talking to them, because it's normal. Here they're
yeah.
playing with the doll, right? I
Mm.
think it's a very good vessel, not always, of course, but I think it's a very good vessel for possession,
Hmm.
stealing the soul, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what's the movie? I can't remember the movie now. It's a really old like black and white horror movie. It's just like a really B-rated, really crappy movie. But that's what it is. It's the spirits like trying to take over the living. You're like, give me your soul type of thing.
Hmm.
Maybe that gives them that purpose of possibly being alive again, having a body
Absolutely.
again, having.
So that reminds me of a movie. I can't remember, but it's a great movie. It was produced to feel like kind of a Louisiana, and this old couple would s- befriend a younger couple, and they would switch bodies with them, or they'd have to do it willingly. The keyhole or the skeleton key, something like that, and they would switch bodies with them, so they would continue going on as young, and as they got
Yeah,
old, fragile, they would attract people, and it was voodoo, but they would have
Skeleton.
to okay it, right? They'd have to be like,
right.
"Yeah, do this," through threatening or, whatever, so that kinda reminds me of that story, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's a
for
good movie, I
sure.
wish if somebody knows what it is, email us, 'cause it was a good
You
movie, I
did
wouldn't
say
mind watching it
skeleton
again.
key. I wonder
Was
if
it
it
The
was.
Skeleton Key?
Now I'm
I
trying to think. How old of
skeleton,
how old of a movie was it?
It was in color, it wasn't that old, I'd say
so
within 20 years.
skeleton key was with Kate Hudson and the
Thank you. I was trying
husband.
to picture or I
Ah,
could picture her,
Yeah,
but not. I couldn't
they
think of
the
her name.
husband couldn't talk or something. The wife was doing something to the husband,
yes,
and
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
Kate
that's what it
they
was.
Hudson.
And they thought it was
oh,
torture, but it was actually it turned out that that was just the thing, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, that's what it was.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
I
Solved that mystery.
Thank you,
I,
Chris.
I
I
like
mean, that
watching.
would've kept me up.
I would have texted you in the middle of the night. I would have been like, "Yo, I got
And I
you.
would
I
have
got
answered
you."
you like,
Yeah,
"Oh, thank you."
yeah. You would have woke up. You're like, "Oh,
I'm like,
thank
"Damn
you
I
it,
would
for
have
Chris.
too.
Thank you,
You
man."
could.
You
You're like,
know?
"Oh, 4 in the morning." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
Well, Chris, before we let you go, and we have to have it on again because, as you know, we go down this rabbit hole, and I love it. Where can people find your work? Tell us about
Yes.
Underworld Ministries, your YouTube channel, your podcast, upcoming
yeah."
investigations, and anything
Tell us everything.
exciting you got coming up.
Do you guys have any of the videos that I sent you guys, or
I do, but I don't have them so I can share them right now.
oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, so I am on Facebook, Underworld Ministry. I am on
Love it.
YouTube. I am on Spotify. I am on Instagram. I don't have a TikTok for Underworld, but you can go to Christopher Cherry anywhere and
Maybe I should
find
share some of those on your on our TikTok and shout you out, Chris.
for sure, for sure. Um,
Awesome.
but I started this podcast and I started this back in COVID, and it's just been the engines going. And recently, I feel like I just recoiled the engine and it's full going. It's full
Love to hear
force.
that.
Yeah.
Well, Chris,
I love it.
I want to thank you again for joining us here at Darkwoods Paranormal. It's always refreshing to speak with an investigator who value history, integrity, and the search for truth, and you absolutely do. We sincerely appreciate you spending part of your evening with us as guests, and we also wish you continued success with Underworld Ministry and all of the future investigations you have. To everybody watching, thank you for making Darkwoods Paranormal part of your evening. If you've enjoyed tonight's show, please help us continue by growing an amazing community. Like this live stream, subscribe to Darkwoods Paranormal on YouTube, share tonight's episode, check out Chris, your friends, and follow paranormal enthusiasts like us. Be sure to follow us on social media, upcoming investigations, Dark Realm TV. Ever heard of Dark Realm TV, Chris?
No.
Dark
Oh,
Realm TV is actually a sponsor of ours. They you can watch them on Fire Stick and also Roku channel. They're
Haruko
fabulous
TV.
guys.
Yep.
They make a hot sauce. Are you a hot sauce guy, Chris?
I'm not.
No,
No.
Oh,
brother.
but you would be with this one. It's so
Soon
good.
as it's called 3J's Hot Sauce. As soon as they send us some, I'll be sending you that along with the poster behind Raven's
Oh,
right behind Raven right there.
that's
You
cool.
Yes, we want to thank you for being here. And please hang on as we exit. Remember, check us out. Leave us like us. Send us any kind of requests that you have on darkwoodsparanormal.com. Is that correct, Raven?
That is correct. That is
Anything we
correct.
have going on that's going to be fun?
Woo, we have something
Ooh.
excited. No,
What do we have?
we are headed to Gettysburg next month.
Are
We are
heading to
Nice.
Gettysburg.
Yes, I'm super
Gettysburg
excited about that.
they're doing their convention tomorrow.
Yeah, they're doing one this weekend. The what is it, the Battlefield Bash or something
Gettysburg
like that?
Bash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're not at that one, but we are going to be at Parajam. So our
Hair jam.
good friend Chris Boggs
Yes.
told us all about it. He was a mortician. He is a mortician, but he
That's
also is a
cool.
paranormal investigator for Black Lantern Paranormal. So he graciously said, "Hey, you guys need to come to this," and we're like, "Yes, we do." So we are headed to Gettysburg next month. I'm really, really excited to be there to do an investigation with him and Nick from that group as well. Also have some other things in the works, hopefully, while we're there. So stay tuned for all of that. But as always, we have, we're doing 2 interviews a week right now
Yeah.
with the show, and we'll be back on Sunday for an all new episode.
I
With
actually
one.
have an event that I would like to promote if that's
Please
okay.
do.
Oh,
Please
yes.
do. Please do.
So February 27th next year in
I'm
Tampa,
there.
Florida. If you're anywhere in Florida, I'm doing a paranormal convention and a metal show the same day.
Cool.
I
So
saw
it's
your thing.
yeah, it's a paranormal convention. We will have Silent Slayer Ghost Tours. We will have Beacon TV. We will have vendors. We have Aaron Hale, Breeding Tarot, and then the convention's over, and then there's a massive after party with a bunch of bands and hang out. So
That's
February
cool.
27th, come and hang out with us. It's the first paranormal convention in Florida. That's why I'm putting it together.
I
Because
love
I
we
that.
don't have
love
we
that.
don't have conventions here. We don't have anything really paranormal, and for other than my friend Henry, but in Tampa area nobody does it, so I did it.
Awesome.
So
Well,
I love that. And
yeah.
wait, I have to say before we go on, Gabriel. Oh
Yeah.
no, I would hate to go to Florida in February
Oh no!
And be a
because
speaker for
Oh
oh
Darkwoods
no!
no,
Paranormal.
I
We'd
would
hate to do
hate
that.
it.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are more than welcome.
Wisconsin gets real cold in February, and
Yeah,
I'm
and
all the way over in Florida.
I promise you, it's nice in February.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than
Anything's nicer than
Wisconsin.
oh, it's like -40 here, and that about that time.
No,
Listen, I'm
no.
on my way. I'm on my
But
way.
thank you guys so much for having me on. I had so much
Yeah.
fun.
Well, hang on a
Thank you
few
so much.
minutes from my
Yeah.
co-host, Gabriel, from me, Gabriel Von Graves, my co-host, Raven Knight, and our new friend, Chris Cherry. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Remember, the unknown is never as far away as we think. Sometimes the answers are hidden in forgotten history. Sometimes they're found in the people willing to ask one or more questions. Until next time, stay curious, stay respectful, Keep searching for the truth, and as always, we are here at darkwoods.paranormal.com. Every haunted destination begins with a road, a story, and the people meet along the way. Stay curious, stay aware, and most